everybody, and welcome into this Suburban One American Conference lacrosse matchup between the Upper Dublin Flying Cardinals and the Plymouth Whitemarsh Colonials. We are just about ready to get started here from Spark Field in Upper Dublin High School. It is a balmy 40 degrees with a wind chill of about 35, a little wet outside today, and there is the opening face-off and a quick hit down there. And they're going to call something. I apologize for my unfamiliarity with the sport of lacrosse, but, you know, we're going to try our best here. First lacrosse broadcast of the year. So Jared Pollock will be joining me shortly, and we will have a great matchup for you today. Thank you. Thank you. Just got rosters, so now I don't even need to use my phone. Wasteless battery. Plymouth Whitemarsh is controlling it in the zone, I guess you could say. And Plymouth Whitemarsh is going to slow it down, I guess. Inside, and they put it in. First goal of the game is scored by PW. That looked to be number 3, Colin Kissane. And an early, unexpected lead for PW coming out of the gate. Dublin's going to really have to step up on the defensive side of the ball to really get it going. And Lucas Roselli, the standout running back for the football team, is in the center circle ready to take this tap. Or tap, Jesus. It is a face-off, rather. And Roselli loses it. PW on attack. Both teams, as I mentioned earlier, from the Suburban One American Conference. Upper Dublin has been nearly perfect this season. I actually believe they're undefeated as of right now, and currently ranked the number 20 team in the nation. A truly outstanding feat, of course, but this early in the season, you don't know what's going to happen for the rest, but hoping for the best of luck for Upper Dublin. Mike, are we undefeated? We are undefeated. With a early on in the year, they played an out-of-conference game, or out-of-league game, out-of-state game at Ocean City High School, where we like to vacation, and they took care of Ocean City High School. But they come into this game already down by a goal, with PW looking to attack even more. Oh, and the shot goes just wide. That one was number 12, Kenny Diamond, on the shot. Ooh, and right over the top right corner of the goal, it's going to stay with PW. PW's come out very aggressively early on in this game, really looking to get on the board early and often. Balassa in pursuit. Only in lacrosse do you see players able to wear hoodies under their jerseys. Really not something you're used to seeing in any sport, anywhere you have to really wear a uniform where you can just wear your favorite hoodie. And they have helmets, so obviously that gets in the way, but it's nice to stay cozy out there. They are settling. Derek Lawson playing defense on the ball right now. And that is saved by keeper Dylan Lejeski. And Balassa is going to look to take it up in pursuit. There's Nick Sowers at the ball and gets pushed out of bounds. It's going to be PW lacrosse ball. Cross-field pass there. Upper Dublin versus Plymouth Whitemarsh has become more of the rivalry with, Wissahickon's recent demise in sports. And another goal on the board for PW. It looked to be by Caleb Kelly there. But as I said, Upper Dublin versus PW has become the rivalry. Used to be, back in the earlier days, it used to be more of Wissahickon, but nowadays it is way more PW with the just the quality of their athletic programs. So an early 2-0 lead, nobody really expected it. Upper Dublin really needs to wake up now and get some points on the board. They defeated Episcopal Academy at 9-5 earlier in the season in a remarkable win. Episcopal Academy, historically a very, very good lacrosse program, so that was a big out-of-conference win, and now they're looking for an in-conference win against the Colonials. It's Max Weinbrake, number 0 there, and now controlling the ball is Colin Asper, number 16. Defenseman in soccer. Doesn't matter, though, because we're not playing soccer, I guess. Asper looking to attack. And the shot off the mark. Asper gets his own rebound. Sounds like I'm talking about basketball, but I'm not. Lacrosse, they have a lot of sets. You can set it back up. There's no shot clock. You can really just take your time and do whatever you really please. It's almost like hockey, but just bigger and on a field. Max Weinbrake coming off of a 4-point affair in their last in-conference matchup, and just like that, he gets one on the board. 2-1 the score. PW in the lead early on, but a great goal there by Max Weinbrake, the aforementioned 4-goal scorer in their last matchup at Hatboro Horsham. He's been playing terrifically thus far in the season. Two to 1 the score here from Spark Field, and Lucas Roselli wins that face-off. He's off to the races. Roselli takes a shot, and that is bobbled up before he could get it out of his stick. That just shows that in lacrosse, you can do everything yourself if you really need to. It's not advised, of course, because it's a team sport, but Weinbrake on the wing, looking to put on a move. And it sails back. Luckily, Upper Dublin is going to grab that. That's Carrie Romig, intramural basketball champion and varsity golfer. Brian McCary couldn't corral that pass, and PW's off to the races. They're getting hit, and Hansen hits him out of bounds, but a flag is thrown. And it's a push. Jed Hansen coming out aggressively. So the ref is going to pick up the flag, but I think he's going to go to the penalty area because it's not a box. It's really, no, he gets to go to the bench. Okay. PW has it in the zone, and they're just going to throw it around. PW looking to attack the goal. Cross field, broken up there. And great defense played by Sam Poland, number 8. Also intramural basketball champion, and that shot sails wide, but stays in the confines of Spark Field thanks to that fence over there. Nearly went through that little gate. That would have been quite the precision for PW, but it was not the case. It stays in. Upper Dublin still on a defensive stand. Anthony Sermonera up top, number 1 for Upper Dublin. Number 22, Derek Lawson, playing defense here. And that shot is poked wide by Dylan Lojeski. And Upper Dublin is going to, looks like, I can't tell what's happening, honestly. PW has it from behind the net. And once again, only in hockey do you see another where, you can go behind the net. I don't know how to describe that, but it's interesting. I guess you could do it in basketball too, I guess, with the proximity of the net, but not really. Not the same. We have 4:40 remaining in the first. Upper Dublin down by 1, 2-1 the score. PW came out to an early lead as Brody Balassa took a spill there, but Dylan Lojeski with a great save with the stick. And he's going to set it up. Fun fact of the day, in lacrosse, the goalie can score. And it's not just like in the NHL, and you play NHL, the video game, you take your goalie out, you try to score, like MLS. Like, the goalies, actually score in lacrosse, which is wild. I mean, sticks are different. They're wearing some more padding. Actually, no, they're not. But, it's wild. I don't know how that really works. But it's cool. I mean, Dylan Lojeski, I know he has some goals under his belt. He's looking to get a few more on the season, obviously. But it's just another interesting fact about lacrosse. And that's number 0, Max Weinbrake, who got drilled from the blind side there. And pass broken up by Jed Hansen. Regardless, PW has it, and they're fighting for it. Picked up by Sermonera. Oh, he nearly fell there. He juked himself out. And PW has it. Is that a timeout? Mike, is that timeout? Timeout called. 2-1 the score. 3:22 remain in the first. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Cardinal Lacrosse on UDTV. It is my absolute pleasure to welcome you back here to Cardinal Lacrosse here on UDTV. 2-1 the score, 3:22 remaining in the first quarter, and it is also my pleasure to be joined by the one, the only, Jared Pollock. Jared, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic today. It's getting sunny, and it's a beautiful day to play lacrosse.
It is warming up. We thank you. We apologize. Technical difficulties. Actually, Jared's mic was not working for the first part of that quarter, so we're glad we got that resolved. Ball's inbounded, and Jared's going to really help me with this play-by-play because he knows a little bit about more about lacrosse than I do.
So this is a ground ball. Anthony Sermonera picks it up.
That's and Coach Sowers calls timeout.
No, in lacrosse, the timeout is really just to save the possession and not to get strategy, unless it's late in the game and you need to run a play.
So Jared, did you play lacrosse?
I did last year.
Really?
I was a deep hole, just played defense.
Did you play? Were you on JV?
I swung. I got a few varsity minutes.
What does that actually mean?
I played both varsity and junior varsity.
Oh, really?
I did get a varsity letter, so.
Really?
Yes.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
How long are timeouts in lacrosse?
About 30 seconds. You could it's like basketball. It's a full or a 30-second timeout.
But in basketball, in the NBA, 30-second timeout, you still get like 2 minutes.
Yeah, same here.
Which is why they shouldn't call it a 30-second.
You will see Coach Sowers taking all of his time, if not more.
How many timeouts do you get?
I'm not sure because.
Yo, Jackson, how many timeouts do you get? Yo, Mike, how many timeouts do you get? 3 a quarter or 3 total? You get 3 timeouts per half.
And it looks like Upper Dublin will be taking in the ball from their sideline. Kerry Romick approaches the ball. He picks it up. He's one of the faster guys who's more shifty on the team.
He's also a star intramural basketball player.
Yes, he did win the chip, if I'm not mistaken.
Intramural basketball champions. Team Poland, coached by Sam Poland's father, Chad
And there he
Poland.
goes, outrunning 3 guys. He's going to turn. And on each side, you're only allowed to have 6 players. So you will see a few players cross over.
So are the sides at the 50? Is that where it is?
The midline is the 50-yard line.
So,
and on Spark Field, it's a little bit condensed. On
Why?
most lacrosse fields, it is wider than Spark because the reason at Spark it's this tight is because you have the football lines, and they never put in the lacrosse lines.
And Kerry Romig lets it rip and ties the game at 2-2. Great shot there by Romig. But as you were saying, so you're saying that lacrosse fields can vary in size?
No, just Spark. Spark's a special field, you know.
Really?
It's mainly used for football, and on the upper Spark, you'll actually see the sidelines for lacrosse.
So
but
why?
This is lower Spark.
But why aren't we playing at upper Spark?
Upper Spark is the girls' field. This has always been the guys' field. And
so they're okay with playing on a smaller field?
They are. And we use it to our advantage, or the team uses it to its advantage with the yard lines, because most other lacrosse fields do not have the numbers or the lines going across. And Lucas Roselli wins the face-off. It looks, and there's a ground ball, and, well, PW picked it up, and it's still on the ground. PW secured the ball. They are taking it to the alley. Pass.
Oh, great block there by Lejeski.
Lejeski is quite the goalie. He'll be going to St. Joe's next year.
Will he?
Yes. And on that, we do. There's drills being done in practice a lot to slide and cover the offensive passes when the other team has a fast break, kind of like basketball. And lacrosse is a sport where the coaches will be yelling the entire game to get their message to their players.
I guess with how far away they are from the field, they really have to yell. And great save there by the PW goalie. Number 1, Ish Smith. Just kidding. It is. I don't have this. Hold on. Give me a second. That would be Griffin.
What a pass! Brody Balassa picks it off. Nick Sowers has it. He's gonna take it down the field.
Kolka.
So and Nick Sowers is gonna take it down the field. This is something that's very rare in lacrosse, is that D-pole playing offense.
Really?
When he crosses over, you will see an offensive player, Max Weinbrake, cross over the 50-yard line. So then we are not shorthanded. And now they're just circling around trying to set up a play. Max Weinbrake really loves to use the alleys, which are the areas to the side of the net. And he takes a shot. It goes past the net, but Upper Dublin will retain the possession because they were the closest to the ball when it went out of bounds.
Really? Is that how it works? So it doesn't matter who it went off of?
Correct. But if it's a pass, it goes to the other team.
Well, how do you know what's the difference between a pass and a shot?
Well, that is under the ref's discretion, and coaches will argue a lot with that.
I'm sure, because that could be very controversial.
Yes.
What if it was just like a soft shot?
A soft shot.
Or a hard pass.
It's up to the ref. As you saw in the Flyers game last night.
I didn't watch the Flyers game. They're terrible.
One of the players shot a puck from mid ice, and it went up into the safety netting, and
Really?
they called it a pass. But
wow.
In this, I don't know what. Like, some refs are different, and I believe Upper Dublin has the ball. They're substituting their players along with PW, and actually it looks like PW might be down a man because of a penalty, as the guy is kneeling in the box.
So is that you have to kneel when you're out?
I believe so, just because
so they can differentiate you.
Yes, because all players that are substituting in enter through the box.
You know, I think they should have a hula hoop there that you have to stand in.
I think that's a little soft, in my opinion.
Okay, well,
I think we should have an actual box.
We
like
have
in hockey.
20 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
And
Upper Dublin knotted up the game at 2.
Max Weinberg is wailing on this kid. Oh man, that kid just fell, and
that's unfortunate.
A ground ball, and this will look to run out the half, and the ball goes out of bounds. Will be Upper Dublin's ball, but the clock will, 6 seconds to
go.
The
clock stops.
The clock stops on the ground ball. Jed Hansen will bring it in, tries to get it away quick. 5.
Looking
4,
for a last-second shot.
3,
Can he find
2,
one? And they're not going to shoot it.
And
they're
they
going
will
to hold it. And that's going to do it
for the first quarter.
Their coach is very upset. I don't know why. After one quarter of play, it is 2-2. Don't go anywhere. We have the second. We welcome you back for the start of the second quarter here from beautiful Spark Field in lovely for Washington, Pennsylvania, and they switch sides after the first quarter.
Yes, they do. And as you see, it appears that the goalie is the only one wearing the sweatpants, and that is very customary in lacrosse.
Why?
Unless it is absolutely snowing or under 30 degrees, because all the other players are moving around more, except for Lucas Roselli. I think it's to protect his arms, though.
Wait, no, they're all wearing sweatshirts.
Sweatpants. Oh,
Lucas is wearing sweatpants.
So you will see sweatpants on mainly the goalies when it is not as cold. And PW looks to circle the ball here, but it does not appear as PW has enough stick skills to match Upper Dublin's.
Definitely not. And PW looking to make something happen. PW looks like they have some generic white helmets with some just red accents. Oh no, they have a logo on it. Nice little stick on.
Their stick skills are just not up to par with
No,
Upper Dublin's.
I agree with you. I mean,
they do not switch hands, nor do they look very
good.
throwing
Good's
the
the
ball.
word. Or I'm just saying good in general.
Yeah, I mean they just they
Yeah.
kind of look
they
look a little stiff while they're running too.
Yeah, just a little.
And they don't look very natural while they're cradling.
Hopefully, we'll notice that when the final score comes on.
Derek Lawson, you see, is in there. He is just wearing
He's
the
a tank.
one tight, and he very weak push that looked like it caused the goal.
And that goal was scored by Mike Iannarelli. Iannarelli. Iannarelli
That is
scores
a
that
long
one.
name.
Yes,
Could you
it
imagine
is.
if they had names on the back of these jerseys? Wow.
It would wrap like Giannis Antetokounmpo. It would wrap all the way down.
It looks like the defense is huddling up.
Let's go,
To
Nicky.
speak with Dylan about what happened on that goal.
I mean, it just went off the ground and into the net. Not much more I could say about that.
I think it was a defensive breakdown.
Yeah, it looked like it.
Who is number 28?
I
Upper
don't
Dublin?
know.
We might have to check.
Seth Miller. What in tarnation? Why is he playing varsity? He's a freshman. That's very impressive.
I don't know who Seth Miller is.
I do.
But, he's coming off the field quick.
He is.
It looks like they were setting an offensive player on, and
Well, I mean, when you're a freshman playing on varsity, you gotta earn your stripes.
oh yeah, of course. Last year, Jason Williams and Brian McCary both played varsity.
Really?
And got a lot of time, and I think they had a few goals. They both were very good and very skilled as freshmen.
Both gifted athletes. I mean,
very much
both
so.
starting on varsity basketball this year. Upper Dublin basketball did not have their best year, but
Look at that.
still starters.
That's called a skip pass to Max Weinberg from
Why is it
Kerry
called a
Roenick.
skip pass? It didn't
Because you're
skip.
skipping a man.
Oh.
And Lucas Roselli went to go down the alley, but was denied. Here he comes
He
again.
broke an ankle and
Second
gets it off the
chance.
bounce.
And he is very quick and shifty, as we saw in football season.
He has some fast twitch muscle fibers. Allow him to really switch directions on a dime.
Oh yeah.
And he's just playing lights out. Justin Heckler in the center circle.
He seems to be the backup Fogo.
Do you know
Face
him?
off, go off this year. I do.
Really?
He
a
lives
freshman.
next to Sam Hoffman.
Really?
Does.
Interesting.
And pick up Sam Hoffman every morning, drive him to school.
Do you know?
Yeah,
What do you listen to on the way?
we listen
to
to some good rap, usually some PNB rock.
Really?
Yeah. or
PNB
some
Rock's
Lil
a
Uzi
Philly
Vert.
native.
Oh yeah.
So is Lil Uzi Vert.
Yes, I respect Philly
I know
more
you
than
do.
any other city.
Yeah, me too.
See-
Pittsburgh kind of sucks.
Something you see a lot is Anthony Sermonero trying to intimidate the other team when he stands with his shoulders hunched like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's like animals in the wild.
kind of like
really
in
trying
football when he's D'ing up somebody 1-to-1 on the outside. He really likes to get in their head.
Sam Poland did that in intramural basketball.
Oh yeah. And you see Tom Petrucci out there as the other D midi. As you see, the short sticks are called defensive middies, and they
So you can't have a short stick and play like defense.
you can, but they are better at, let's say, stick skills
Really?
and probably a little bit faster than most defensive players. But the long sticks are they primarily play defense. You will rarely see them cross over that midline.
Isn't there a
And
specific?
he looks to dodge down the alley. Nope, he's trying to turn and go up the middle, and Ant shuts him down. It's like his nickname, Lockdown.
Really?
Yep.
Are there any hits that are illegal in lacrosse?
Yes, if you go to slash somebody in the face, that you will definitely get a penalty.
But they're wearing a mask.
But if you hit anywhere on the mask, then it is a penalty, and that was a nice move by Kerry Romig to cross the half line. And they look to set up here.
Wait, so how many defensive pulls are allowed on the field at any given time?
You can have as many as you want. Last game, I think.
Really, you can have as many as you want.
I think in the Episcopal game, or no, it was the Happer Horsham game the other day, and that was a missed call. Stick to Max Weinbrecht's helmet. There we go, and you'll see a flag down. Yes. So the Cardinals will be going on the Pico power play in a few seconds. But,
Pico power play. We need another word that starts with a P to make it.
Or a Cardinal.
Nah, that doesn't rhyme. We need a P.
Well, it's a man up in lacrosse, so
that's lame. And they're gonna send them to the box. Let's call them out by name so everybody at home knows who is. A shame. Who's going to the box? Can we tell?
I don't know. Whoever takes the knee, it looks like number 2.
Number 2. That's unfortunate. I would hate to be number 2. Stefan.
Oh wait, I do not see anyone taking a knee in the box.
Nor do I.
Maybe they are getting a water. I think it is number 2. He looks to be sitting down.
Stefan Koga, the brother of the goalie.
Oh wow.
I would just assume, unless they're like cousins or something.
You see, they're circling the ball, trying to see what the defense is doing. You hear the defensive players yelling out some stuff. Max Weinbrecht with a close shot, almost got the bottom.
Mark.
And it looks like Kerry Romig beat out the defense to that ball. So Cardinals will retain the possession.
So that's why they sprint after the ball, so they can be the closest
and
one.
you might even see them dive some of the time.
Dive, really?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like in running, like when you're running a race, you got to dip your head down so you get across the line first.
The effort is definitely there all the time.
Of course,
chasing after those balls. And what a pass to set up Max Weinbrecht, who finishes perfectly to put the Cardinals ahead 4-3.
That is the what's the word that starts with a D? Dunkin' Donuts dime of the game. Great shot and goal there by Max Weinbrecht.
And you'll see Luke Strozzelli loosen up his wrists, about to take this face off. Really important. He gets the clamp, gets his stick over the ball first.
Really just gets it down there.
And you see 14. He looks very disappointed with the knee. He has a right knee brace on.
I would be disappointed too if I was losing 4-3.
Yes. This is a surprisingly close game for the Cardinals, who have gone undefeated so far, except for, I don't know if you would call it a loss, because they only lost to 2 to one of the top teams in the nation, Haverford School.
I thought they were undefeated.
They are undefeated in all actual games.
It was a scrimmage. So that doesn't count.
They only lost by 2.
Really?
To one of the top teams in the nation.
Well, technically, we can't talk about that because wasn't that not a Upper Dublin High School game?
You're correct.
Oh.
It is our club team who played that game. CCLC.
And an absolute laser beam.
Jed Hansen.
Let's go get him, Nicky. You get that on camera?
You will see Nick Sauers looking at the camera, trying to get some respect, and respect is given to him.
I'm going to call Nick Sauers Showtime.
Showtime.
And speaking of Nick Sauers.
Because he's wearing 21.
Something like that.
Or we could call him Prime Time, because he's wearing 21.
That's cool.
Kind of like Deion Sanders, and also...
That's kind of a stretch. A little bit of a stretch.
Like Senora Erickson's cat is also named Prime.
Really?
Yes. She likes to talk about that during Spanish class. I don't know. I think it's because of her... she must like Deion Sanders. And Cardinals just look to be dominating in the face-off circle today. Luke Strozzelli is an elite face-off man.
Also an elite running back in football. Let's just talk about that.
And return man. He had many returns, 2 that were called back this season.
One was on the opening kick of the playoff game for a touchdown.
Correct. And the next play after that, the next snap after that, yours truly.
What'd you do?
Snapped the ball to Julian Gimbel. And Brian McCary went to the alley and just was shut down by their goalie. And an over-the-shoulder catch. He is going to run, cross the line, and it looks like Max Weinbrecht's playing defense now. He's very aggressive, so he's definitely good at defense.
Weinbrecht, the Case Western-bound senior, to play football there. He's had a great football career. His brother Henry also played football at the University of Chicago. And
as well as his other brother Ben, who played at a school in Pittsburgh.
Really?
I forget what the name of it is. No.
Nah, definitely not.
It's Carnegie Mellon.
Really?
Yes.
It's a very smart school.
You have a very athletic family.
And smart. Those are some really good academic schools.
Some geniuses.
Cardinal Pride.
Yes.
So we'll say.
Weinbrecht/Cardinal Pride.
Yeah, that's
his
middle name.
Having the rare appearance on defense, and they did not communicate well. It looked to be Brian McCary and
Seth Miller,
and it did not look like they communicated very well. giving up the goal from the alley shot.
Oh, and that goal from
And-
the alley was scored by Kenny, shine bright like a diamond. And the
These are
score.
some interesting names on this.
Well, it's just
Plymouth
Kenny
White
Diamond,
Marsh.
but I just added the shine bright like for the song reference.
That
for
is
the,
a pretty cool name, if I have to say so myself. You could say he has ice on his name.
Not really. But it is 5-4 Upper Dublin looking, they want a mercy rule here, obviously. That's the goal. And
To get the clock running.
They have
yes.
to be up by 11 after the first half. And with 5 minutes and 37 seconds, I don't know how plausible that is unless Nick Sowers goes on a tear here, but we'll
And
see.
Anthony Sermonera scoops up the ball, and he is one to just take it, and he is probably going to pass it off because you do not see him playing much offense.
Does he not like playing offense?
I would not say he doesn't like it. It looks like he's
Nah,
it looks
he's
like he's going to
retreating.
cross.
Yep.
But he's mainly a defensive player because of his footwork and capability of playing defense. You see
Upper Dublin's taking their time,
Carey,
just setting up their.
Romig holding the ball. He's going to pass it right back to Con Asper.
Did I mention he's a golfer?
Yes.
Romig is? Great golfer.
Oh, what a move to the outside by Asper, and it would go off the post. And it looks like Jason Williams.
It is Jason Williams. Starting
Not-
point guard for the Upper Dublin Cardinals basketball team
Not
this
the starting point guard for
He was the starting point guard.
Sacramento Kings back in the day.
year. Yeah, no. It's just Jason Williams, 10th grader, Upper Dublin High School. Just
Yeah.
really,
Brian McCary looks to dodge. He does.
How's that a dodge if he's trying to juke them?
It's called a dodge in the cross.
Oh!
And Max Weinberg with a saucy shot from going around the cage there. The cage, the net. The net's nickname.
He tried to go around the back, upside down, all around, and put that in the net. Unsuccessful, though, but that's the equivalent to jelly fam in basketball.
Oh,
That would
of
have been
course.
quite a sight to see if that had gone in.
And as you see, the Cardinals are very physical up front with their offense and are able to take bruising hits and stay on their feet.
Coach Sowers definitely disciplines them and makes them really tough. Coach Sowers notorious for being a very tough and rough and tough kind of coach, so nothing you wouldn't expect from this team. Romig dishes out to the top of the key. Oh, Williams thought about a shot there but pulls it back out.
And it looks like Max Weinberg is going to cross and he's going to shoot topside, but he missed. And Jed Hansen will scoop up the ball, one of the sideline balls. If you saw before the game, there were balls lined up all over the bottom line for players to scoop up. So
It's kind of just like it's kind of like a lazy thing. It's like
I would
you
not
just go
say
get the
that.
ball.
After running a bunch, I would not call anything in this sport lazy. There's so much running and cutting and juking and everything in between that in this sport I would not call anything lazy.
Carry at the top. Could you say the top of the key? Oh no, the point. That's what they say.
It's
the
well,
point.
it's topside in lacrosse.
Why can't I just say like the top of the key?
It's lacrosse lingo to say topside.
Kinda
Oh, and
dumb.
a blocked pass. That was impressive by number 5 on Plymouth White Marsh. Jed Hansen goes around the cage, passes topside to Kerry Romig. Brian McCary dodges to the inside, goes back to the alley, falls down. He retains his balance. What a pass. And they will go back to Jed Hansen, who
Hansen?
will rip a bouncing shot across the cage, but it missed the cage. And Max Weinberg looks to get it. It looks like the Upper Dublin Cardinals here are just one of the most dominating teams in getting the ball when it goes past the cage.
Well, they're only up by 1, so I don't know how much that's affecting the score.
I'm
but
just saying their effort when the ball is not on net.
I guess maybe you just have someone lined up back there all the time, so you're always the closest.
That would be the position X.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, it's Mike Sauer's specialty.
Really?
Yes.
Why? How do you like to score?
Is when you want your shiftiest player back there
Why?
at X because you really got to dance the circle. It's if you've ever seen the drill that NFL defensive linemen do,
No, I've never seen it.
where they run around a circle, you got to have a lot of bend in your hips. You got to be a natural bender, as Mike Mayock says.
Now, you guys at home might be asking, well, who is Michael Sowers? I only know Nick Sowers and Coach Dave Sowers.
Mike
Well,
Sowers.
Mike, please, allow
Oh.
me. You can talk more about his attributes, but truly, probably one of the best athletes ever coming out of this high school. Now,
I would
standout
agree.
star at Princeton University for lacrosse.
A Division I school. we may
better
add.
than a Division. Well, no, it's just a Division I school, but he's already a National Player of the Year consideration, most assists ever in high school history. Just really an outstanding player. The legacy lives on. He has 2 brothers on this team. His dad's the coach, and he is doing big things at the next level.
And may I add, national high school history, not just Pennsylvania or Montgomery County. And we see another goal here
That
by
was a saucy goal by Jed Hansen.
So yes, the Sowers family is a lacrosse family who also
Play
plays football, and they're very good at it.
Yes, they are. Nick
All of
Sowers, lockdown defender.
Yes, and Andrew Sowers up and coming in
Really?
the program.
Does he play football?
He does. He was
Really?
on the freshman team this past season.
Well,
and
do you know what position he plays?
I believe he plays corner and receiver, just like his oldest brother.
Michael was a tremendous football player. Actually, was tasked with guarding Kenny Yeboah. You might
Yes.
recognize that name if you're a college football fan. Tight end for the Temple Owls in the last playoff game of his high school career. He played,
He
played
matched
defense
up
on
1
Kenny.
to 1.
It was, probably many fans saw that as not the smartest decision considering the 2-foot height differential, but at the end of the day, it was a great game and great defensive effort by Mike Sowers. He's short, but he sure is mighty.
Yeah, and he is also very shifty. I think that
Very
is what
shifty.
is one of his best attributes.
It
You will
seems like
see-
your favorite word, so I'm just going to keep
Yeah.
using it.
Well, yes, and that will help at the position of X, who usually is behind the net and is Max Weinberg. That should be a flag, but no flag down, and you'll see a mad dash of the ball 50-50 on the ground, ground ball, and Jed Hansen goes laying out, trying to strip him, and he goes down and looks to be standing up.
And PW needs a timeout. We're going to step aside. 2:03 remaining in the first half. Upper Dublin up by 2. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
It's cool.
This is UDTV.
And
Back-
number 8.
After that timeout, number 8 for PW is taking possession. We are at the 2-minute mark of the first half.
One disappointing thing I do see about Spark Field is that there are no stands here. There's just this wooden bench kind of thing that blocks this hill so no one trips. I think that they should definitely add some stands for the parents so they don't have to bring their chairs every single game.
Well, it adds to the more of like the old let's go to a tournament weekend. Bring your
Yeah.
folding chair. Really
Of
adds
course.
to the environment.
And as we know, Spark Field is actually being redone this
Really?
season. Yes.
Why?
This summer I think they're laying a new turf layer down.
Do you think I can have the turf that they have now?
I mean, I think if you show up when they start construction, they might give you a slice.
Because I do need a backyard driving range for my golf.
That is what I was thinking. I was gonna ask my father because I will be away during that time.
When are they doing this?
I believe June into maybe July. I believe so.
So do we know where the football team will be practicing at the time? Will they be in the stadium?
Well, 2 days are actually always in the stadium.
Really?
Yes, since we switched over to our new turf, that's very nice. Except the end zones are a little cut off, but yeah, the turf's beautiful up there. So ever since we switched to turf, that's where 2 days are held by the football team. And another flag is down on Upper Dublin. They will be 2 men short when they touch the ball.
But my thing is everyone always says oh, I want to go play at Spark. Let's go play at Spark. The turf here is terrible. It's all matted down. It's like playing on a carpet.
And the Colonials scored topside there. That was a great shot by number 27.
Yeah, that
right past Dylan
number
Majeski.
27 definitely has a name. I don't know if I want to acknowledge him, but I'll give him some love. It is Caleb Kelly.
And it has been seen around school that the lacrosse team does have some pretty cool haircuts
Yes,
going
they do.
on with the mullets.
They're going mullets now.
Yes, and many of them got them touched up lately.
Yo, what's up?
14 does like to look over at the camera, trying to get some FaceTime, but we will not give it to him.
Jack. His name's Rocco.
Number 14 is Rocco. Nick Sauer is going to D him up. Oh,
Jack.
He just picked it and popped it to himself.
Look.
Lucas Roselli goes down the middle of the field.
Oh, wait. I don't
Dips
think I
right
said
down.
this. Lucas Roselli is also an intramural basketball champion. And what?
Our intramural program here at Upper Dublin
That's
is almost
spectacular.
as good as our high school
Breeds
program.
athletes.
Yes.
And we are going to stay with you here. 444. Shout out to Jay-Z. And we have our fan of the game, Jackson Rock. Jackson, come up here, bud. Jackson, how are you?
I'm great. How are you, Brian?
I'm pretty good. What do you think about this temperature? Is it a good day for lacrosse, bad day for
I think it's perfect temperature right now.
Really?
I'm not much of a hot guy myself. This is kind of perfect fall weather, actually.
It's today is April 19th.
Exactly. It's not perfect for the season right now, but it'd be great fall weather for football.
Yeah, football weather for sure. Miss football season. Did you see
Sure
that
thing.
today the Eagles announced that they will be playing the Falcons in the first game of the season? Did you
Yeah,
see that?
Thursday night.
Yeah? You gonna go?
Big one.
Probably not, but I'll watch it at my house.
What about the game in London? Are you gonna go to that?
I'm actually from London, so
Really?
I might. Yeah.
Wow, you're like, so you grew up with Jay.
Yeah. Me actually, I grew up not too far from him, about like 2 miles out from his house.
From his house, really? Well, they
Yeah.
use kilometers in London, so it kind of.
Yeah. Well, I'm in
Thanks.
America right now, so.
Oh, okay. You made a quick.
Yeah.
You made a quick switch.
Yeah. Take
Now-
it back to Jared. Here you go.
Thank you, Jackson. Fan of the game presented by Rock Roofing.
It looks like Dylan Lejeski was not too happy coming out of that timeout. He looked very mad at just everything, and he looks to bounce back in this game.
He has
Over
the,
the-
he has the Chris Smoove number to be added.
Yes. Over the years, he has played very well against all the tough competition.
Did he start as a freshman? If I'm not
He did
mistaken?
not,
Oh, really?
actually. I forget what his name was, but we did have a senior start that year. But ever since, he actually got time, though. He did get time.
Yeah, I know.
And his sophomore year, we came very close to winning the state. I think we won the district that year. And what a play! Oh,
that
it did not
didn't
go
go
in. It looked like it did. It hit the back of the net though, and the goalie will run the circle, which is very.
Weinbrink looking
which
to
is
be a
not-
pest out there.
Oh,
he gets
and
leveled.
what a hit by!
they call
Oh,
it
that's not a
foul.
good. That's not a good call, ref.
That was terrible. Yeah,
And
really
the ref
bad.
did put his flag down on the ground. He looked like he dropped his keys maybe, and he's gonna say illegal touch.
You're gonna touch his head. That's a shot clock violation.
Oh wait, maybe.
What's that? What's 2 fists?
Oh, it looks like it's an illegal check.
Really?
Yes, I believe so.
So the 2 fist
And
call in
that was a
effect.
beautiful hit too, by a very one of the. I don't want to call him small, but he was a little bit smaller than the goalie there, and he looked to just level him.
That would be Max Weinbrink.
No. It was Jason Williams.
Really?
And the Cardinals again will be man down. This has not treated them well during this game. I believe the Colonials have
yeah.
scored on their last 2 attempts on man down, and there is 12 seconds left in this half.
8 seconds left.
And it looks
Pete,
like
wow.
they might run.
What
down
a
the
strategy
clock.
for PW. Oh,
And
no,
it looks
what
like
are they?
they're gonna run all the way to their
That's kind of a soft
sideline.
move. It's kind of soft.
And Nick Sowers will cross in front, and they're gonna get really hype, even though they are down a goal.
That does it for the first half. We'll be right back. You know, it's going to be a few minutes longer than you would have think the break would be, but, you know, this quick commercial is going to separate you from the second half of lacrosse. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. 5 to 6. Upper Dublin leading 6-5. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for the start of the second half here on UDTV.
It is.
Oh boy, there are so many classes to choose from. I don't know which one to pick.
Do you want to know the best class to join this year?
Of course. I think I will join UDTV.
Man up.
No, sorry. Is your mic on? Yeah. Hello, can you hear? All right, cool.
And
We're
they
back.
circle the ball. Continuing. And Nick Sowers went for the block. They're gonna. Oh, now we'll be putting on a glove.
It's a rain glove, so I don't know how much warmth it'll give me. Not much, but you know, it'll give me
They're
something.
clearing the ball. Jake DiMartile up the sideline.
Jake DiMartile,
It's a carry row make.
world-class swimmer, great, all-around great guy. good friend of mine, so it's a little biased, but you know.
Oh man, and some stuff you see in lacrosse is a loose defense, which is perplexing.
Dublin looking to strike first here in the.
And number 4 looks really cold.
I would be too.
Colin Asper down the alley,
Looking
looks
to
to pass.
He's looking to attack.
And Kerry Romick rips. Oh, and he almost scores. And ground ball gets right past Brian McCary, but here comes
Asper scoops it up like.
Asper, the friendly ghost.
He scoops it up like.
And a big collision in front of the net. The goalie
Where's
came
the
out
ball?
being
Who has the
very
ball?
aggressive. Number
What's
12,
happening?
17, 12, 12,
Ooh.
17. And Jed Hansen just ran over this
How
kid.
sway.
And the ref throws a soft flag onto the field.
And Luke Jones, quite possibly one of the most generic names I've ever heard, is going to flop there, and Jed Hansen's going
I
to
would
head
not
the
call
Bucks.
that a flop. I think Jed just murdered that kid.
Oh no, I know, but
He
I'm going to
put
say
that kid
I'm going to
into
say
the ground.
well, I'm going to say it's a flop just for the sake of this.
I don't know, but that ref was quick to draw that flag. Maybe he should just learn that big hits are big hits.
And we have some cumulonimbus clouds coming into the area. I take a meteorology class. I mean, I can differentiate the different kinds of clouds. Dom, you're wrong.
And looks like I'm receiving.
This is going to be a great opportunity to shout out our Twitter account. If you are not following us on Twitter, go to UD_broadcasting for all the great broadcasting club tweets. Yeah, you definitely should follow. 10 out of 10. Rave reviews.
Here we go. They're circling the ball again.
Yeah, go follow us on Twitter. Shameless
And-
plug.
Oh,
Just a
it
bit
looks
outside.
like Nick Sowers altered the direction of that shot a little
You know,
bit.
Nick Sowers with a flamboyant green
Whoa.
stick head is really throwing these shooters off.
I think he likes to let everyone else know where the top of his stick is, so
Well,
they can hit him
likes-
with a pass.
he likes to differentiate himself from
Oh,
others.
and that is a errant pass. It looks to go over, and you'll see on balls that are not going to roll all the way sometimes, you will see some battles. And there
cheap
should have
shot,
been a
sir.
call. And as you hear, Jackson Rock and all of the parents here are calling for the flag. No flag thrown. Was a penalty. The stick hit him square in the face.
Should have been a penalty. It just was. They didn't call it.
Here we go. Cardinals look to circle the ball, get their offense started. Here we go. Colin Asper at the top. He's going to read the defense here and really look to exploit them. Here he goes. Looking to dodge. Does it. Gets shut down. To Kerry Romig. To McCary. A long wind up there on the shot, and a bounce shot right in between the 5-hole of the goalie.
Laser beam.
And
there.
now that puts the Cardinals up 2 goals here.
And I think that easterly wind really affected that shot.
I would have to
Actually, excuse me, it's a westerly wind. It's coming out of the west, going towards the northeast.
I'd have to disagree with that because
No, I have a compass out, so I definitely know my
well,
cardinal direction.
no, not with the direction of the wind.
Oh, okay.
You were correct with that.
I know I was.
In lacrosse, the balls are very heavy, so I really don't think anything's going to impact them unless it's a tornado and the ball gets picked up off the ground.
Yeah.
But, yeah. And here we go. Nick Sowers looks to get the positioning on number 17. Does. Oh, and Lucas Roselli left a little bit early without the ball there. Really missed out.
Jackson calling for Ant to light him up. I don't know.
Brody Balassa on the defense here.
Brody Balassa is a walking bucket. His sister's also a walking bucket. Upper Dublin. Fun fact: Upper Dublin High School.
And that is a bad pass. Will it get out of bounds? It will not.
No.
Scooped up by Plymouth Whitemarsh.
I'll tell you the fun fact after this. Probably missed
they-
opportunity for PW.
Forward goes to X. Looks to make a move on Brody Balassa.
Come
But
closer.
Brody is really shutting him
Sit.
down.
Come closer, sit.
Come on.
Plus, I need to be able to hear you. Ooh, and he
and it
sneaks
goes-
it in the net. Beautiful.
And Plymouth Whitemarsh is very excited. after
That's
that
some
one.
cheese.
Hi. No, you're
Wow,
fine.
absolutely tremendous play from PW. Not really sure who scored that goal, but I'm not going to give them recognition because of how saucy that was. I believe it was number 27, and that would be none other than Caleb Kelly. I believe that's his second of the game.
We're getting pretty lucky that it's not coming down. Did not want to jinx it, but I did have to say that The clouds are very dark, and yes, it is cold, but it is not raining as of right now. Let's hope it holds off till after the game and after luggage check this afternoon, because the seniors are going to Disney for the weekend and till Wednesday.
Well,
so
this isn't live, so I mean nobody's gonna actually know that. But you know, it's a good idea. Oh, and that was a hit
Oh,
from
and that
behind.
kid will take a dive.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, and there goes a nasty hit by Sam Poland. Really separating the guy from the ball. And there goes Nick Sowers. And they are going to call a timeout.
Timeout.
With Nick Sowers on the breakaway.
Coach Sowers calls a timeout for his own son.
2-on-1.
We are going to step aside. We have 7 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play. Stick around.
And as we see the clouds come over, it is starting to rain. But I do have a rain jacket on, thankfully.
So do I. Special shout out to Versa Capital Management.
I will be putting up my hood now.
Mine's been up. I do have another jacket in the car for Dom Perry, who came very unprepared. But just like that, Colin
Just like
Asper
last time when we did not.
running into the darkness and cannot get that to go. Hits it right.
I think the lights should be turning on sometime soon.
Yeah, that would be a
That's
good.
dark
I would
field,
advise.
because
I would definitely
it is getting
advise
hard
that.
to see the ball a little bit. for
Now,
the
what
players.
happens? Like, what if they just like flick on the light in the middle of the game? Will that distract the players?
I do not think it would, just because the lights do warm up. As you see, I think they did turn them on. If you
That's
see,
because
there are some lights turning on.
Yeah.
Across the field, it looks like maybe.
No, maybe just I don't know. We'll find
Someone
out.
needs to go into the box and turn on the switch. Here we go.
Oh God, it's getting cold.
PW circling it. The wind's blowing, howling every direction.
No, it's really coming out of one direction, but it's okay. You don't have to know that. Oh, and I did feel a drop. I have an umbrella. Don't want it to get inside out.
We
but
might have to. And Aaron shot, and Anthony Sermonero sends that guy flying.
yeah, even after the play was over, and definitely had to still send him a message because he's not going to tolerate that child's play.
And the usually medium to large student section did not show out today. I think it's because of the weather in Disney tomorrow.
100% because of the weather. I don't even think it has anything to do with Disney. It is just frigid out here. It is April 19th, and it is just very, very cold.
It feels like January.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I have to say.
Balasa looking to get on the nerves of
This type of weather really reminds me of when the Eagles won the Super Bowl.
Come over here.
Okay.
Tom Petrucci playing defense with a short pole.
Oh, man. Well, that's a D-midi. That they don't like to have the D-midis low. They like to have them about the 25-yard line or higher, just so that close combat doesn't, because that allows the offensive player to move a little bit more if you have a shorter stick, and Tom will get run down the alley and just.
Oh,
The kid could have ripped a shot there, but decided not to. Dylan Lejeski throws a hard check, and they look to pass it, and they're gonna try. Oh, Jake DiMartino really tried to goose it on that. Goosing a ball is when you knock it through a player's legs and try to knock it to an open space.
Why don't you just call that like a meg? Like you just got
termed
nutmegged.
by Coach Roger Reynolds.
I'm just gonna call that getting megged,
Nutmeg,
like in soccer.
Well, you don't really need to knock through someone's legs. It's
Well, you
kinda
just said
like,
through someone's legs.
Well, in that case, yes, but it's kind of just to knock the ball to an open space, so you have more time to scoop it up and take it for 6, or in this case 1, because we're playing lacrosse. Looks like girls lacrosse has gone inside for the day.
And very smartly so. Coach Cross really making good decisions out here.
Oh yeah.
And we hear
Oh,
that
what a move!
Ooh!
And he puts it 5-hole on a bounce shot from Brian McCary. That really seems to be his forte.
look at that cheese. Brian McCary has been playing an excellent game, and Roselli and Sermonero come back onto the field. And for some reason, they look a lot shorter than they do in person on the field.
Well, I think it's just because of the baggy uniforms in lacrosse. The
What's up,
uniforms
man?
are very baggy, and it is getting very.
Yeah,
windy.
this is no bueno.
And on this jacket, I do not see anywhere to. Oh, I think
What
I
the?
found it.
Is this freezing? This is freezing rain. Wow.
And
Now, Jared, do you know what the difference is between freezing rain and sleet?
I have no clue. I don't really know why
Well,
there's.
freezing rain is when it freezes on contact.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I did not know that.
So when it comes into the lower atmosphere, it actually freezes.
Are we sensing a Debbie Wheeler 2-hour delay tomorrow?
Well, here's the thing. The latest Philadelphia area has ever had snow, I believe, is April 10th.
Oh,
so
we were way past due.
Well, yeah, this might be a new record.
Oh, Debbie Wheeler might be having to call in a late arrival.
It's Dr. Wheeler to you, sir.
Oh,
Please. Yeah,
Dr.
thanks.
Wheeler. Sorry.
You should be.
Sorry.
4:37 remain in the third quarter. Upper Dublin braving the storm and trying to get some more points on the board.
And Jed Hansen looks to dodge, goes top side, bumps.
Oh.
He is really a
Oh.
bruiser in there.
Oh.
And he ripped one right over the cage. Jason Williams will retrieve the ball.
Just a bit outside there.
And here we go. I think, Merms, your early prediction with the wind, I think it is coming into effect now on the player's shot.
Oh.
And another rip by Kerry Romick.
That shot is
that
deflected.
Will go out of play, and there's a souvenir for the fans.
I actually think they have to give it back because it's not in the budget to just give away lacrosse balls like that, unfortunately.
I would happen to think that you're right, and we will see someone in a green jacket over there. And we'll
similar
see
to
what
the
he does with
Masters.
it.
And he throws it back
tosses
into
it back,
throws
so
it back. That's
you were
like, you know, when you're at a baseball game
Oh,
and you
yeah.
catch one of the other team, so you throw it back on the field.
PW parents looking very disrespectful.
Oh!
Max Weinberg catches,
Ooh!
breaks the guy's ankles with the catch. He's going to make a dodge.
Give that
He
guy
shoots.
a map.
Oh, man. And he ripped it right into the side. Sorry.
That's okay. Romig, that shot gets deflected early, and Sowers looking to play defense as soon as he crosses.
The sun maybe? I see some light.
I don't. Oh, and DeMar Teal's on a
Here
tear.
he comes. He's going to shoot. Oh,
He's
passes.
fast in the pool, even faster on land,
it
and
is
that's
giving
a
right to the other team.
definitely a missed opportunity.
And it will go out of bounds off the Cardinals. PW ball. Wait, what?
No, Upper Dublin has it.
The ref will make a questionable call there, but it's to our favor, so I will not question it. Jed Hansen.
Looking to
make
put
a
on
move.
work.
Turning. He's holding the stick with one hand. Gets it to Max Weinberg. Gets around now to Kerry Romick, who's going to make a move.
Romig with a shot,
The
and
goalie is
blocked up by the
turned on his A game here. So
PW keep. And the PW coach called the timeout. And unlike in basketball where the coach has to yell 5 times at the timeout, the ref acknowledges it the first time. We're going to step aside to take a quick warm break. We'll be right back for more frigid lacrosse after this.
we should just make Dom stand out here. Man.
We are back after that quick timeout presented to you by Hot Hands, your company for all your hand warmer needs.
Very fitting for today.
Absolutely. I just gave away my last hand warmer. I thought hand warmer season was over. Certainly it is not.
Oh, made a nice move, and Dylan
Ooh.
Lejeski came out and made a play and the save, and they're going to say a crease violation on the other team, I believe.
I don't know what the call is there.
It's looks like a lot of confusion on the field. And Brody Blassa will throw it to the other team. So, not a crease violation.
Looking for a defensive stand here is the defense of Upper Dublin. It's Balassa, Sowers, Sermonera, Lawson, Poland, and DeMar Teal on the defensive end.
Looks to dodge.
Looking for the ISO here on Serm.
Goes to his left. And a
Oh, nearly in. A great shot block there
Sam.
by Lejeski. And Poland looking to break
Look at
some
those-
ankle.
oh.
Ooh, he's going to have to get that ball back.
And Sam Poland is one of the more physical players on the team. Still working on his stick skills. Only been playing lacrosse for a few years now.
The West Virginia-bound senior.
Yes. He will look to excel in the classroom at West Virginia.
Of course.
And do not believe he's playing any sports there. Not sure, though. He is very athletic.
Very athletic. Intramural basketball star. I would consider him our star.
I would, too. And those green cleats really support the Army, and he's very much about that. When asked by the football coaches why he was wearing green cleats, he said he likes to support our troops, and they They accepted it.
That's
and-
kind of dumb. Like, green can mean anything. Like, what if you just like?
Well, no, they are camouflage.
Yeah, but what if? Okay, but
And
camouflage
they have
is.
the army symbol on them.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
So, they're very nice, and especially they support the ankles. As you see, they're
I see that the great ankle support. Nick Sauer's rocking them too.
the gold ones. Ooh, some flash.
I need sunglasses.
Nick Sowers wears a lot of colorful things.
Hey, Jared, guess what?
What?
We're under a minute remaining in the third
Wow,
quarter.
that was a quick third quarter.
Oh, swing and a
Kinda.
miss there.
It
And
looks
DiMartio
like
flips it over to Lejeski.
Lejeski's toying with number 4 there,
That was funny.
and number
He
4
offered him the ball. He's like, "You want to take it? You want to take it? You can't have it." Jake DiMartio crosses the midline with ease. He's looking to attack.
and he's gonna toss it to Max Weinbrich. Yes.
Why?
He did not want to have the ball for too long, and he wanted to get it to one of our more dangerous players, Max Weinbrich, who will rip from top.
And miss.
And
Oh.
the goalie's struggling out there. And
Oh,
he
and he
will throw that thing the
Lets
distance.
it fly.
And Dylan Lejeski is chasing. Oh, that is cheap shot by number 27, I believe. The goalie does not wear any arm protection. And
They
he
should.
just slashed him right on the elbow. Very cheap because he knew the time was running out.
Don't go anywhere. 8-6 our score. Wind picking up. Rain coming into the area. We'll be right back with the final 12 minutes of play after this.
We compete in the first tech challenge against other robots in a tournament fashion to complete certain objectives. This year's challenge is called Relic Recovery. It's all really cool and it gives us hands-on experience with building and programming robots for specific purposes.
It's a good experience for a lot of engineering people as well as computer science people. There's programming involved, electronics, and actual designing.
Robots, you know.
We're back for the final quarter of play at Upper Dublin High School, where Upper Dublin has a 8-6 lead over the in-conference rival Plymouth Whitemarsh Colonials. Once again, my name is Brian Mermelstein, alongside the man, the myth, the legend, the long snapper of the century, Jared Pollock. And we have 12 minutes of lacrosse to play in this frozen tundra that is Fort Washington.
Brian, am I mistaken or did the sun just come out?
Nope. Still behind the clouds.
I don't know. The field does appear lighter.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Upper Dublin in no particular hurry.
Looks to make a move. Passes.
They're going to swing it around.
This is a tighter game than Coach Towers probably would have wanted. for his
Everybody
team.
expected, yeah. Even my inside sources with the team expected a possible blowout with a mercy roll, but that is just simply not the case. Roselli rips a shot off the mark. And they're fighting down there in the trenches. And PW has it, but great defense from the offensive players for Upper Dublin, if that make any sense. Oh, where are you going? Give that guy a map. Max Weinbrich, with the illusion of he was passing the ball, he just didn't.
Must be an emergency. And we thought the ambulance was for that guy's ankles.
Yeah, I know, honestly. I mean, just shout out to the Rothman Institute, orthopedic, official orthopedic surgeons of the Sixers, Flyers, Eagles, and Phillies.
Oh, here he goes. Oh.
Romig.
Oh, no.
Weinbrich rips a shot. Oh!
Wow, that goalie did not see that one coming.
Yeah, that was kind of right through his legs. Nothing you can do about that if you're the goalie, especially, if you have a really fast shot coming at you, and especially Max Weinbrich does it. You really just have no chance of touching it.
The guy shied away. The goalie did not look like he wanted any part of that shot. He just kind of braced himself.
Now, Jared, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Would you want to be on the other end of that shot?
I personally no, but I didn't choose to play goalie for the Plymouth Whitemarsh Colonials this year, so
well,
not my distinction. So.
Yeah.
Now, Brian, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Would you get bored going down to take a knee every single time that there was a goal to take a face-off?
It depends. I mean, face-offs are Lucas's forte,
Wow.
so I don't know if I'd get bored doing it.
Whoa,
Oh, my God.
Wow. Jed Hansen just rips it through the goalie's stick, it looked like.
It's like he had a bow and arrow, and he pulled it back, and as soon as he released it, there was nothing getting in the way of it. Puts it in the right-hand side of the net. Just like that, Upper Dublin on a 2-point tear, 10-6 the score. 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Justin Heckler back out to take a face-off.
Yeah, Nicky!
Oh, nope. They will send him off. Lucas Roselli back on.
Yeah, Lucas Roselli's kind of a walking bucket, so I don't know why you wouldn't have him.
I would say that he is very developed and his skills are very refined as a face-off man.
And as an athlete in general. I mean, great running back.
Oh, as we saw, the Plymouth
yep,
Whitemarsh Fogo lost his stick.
Oh, where are you going? Roselli just, oh my God.
It looks like he's
he dropped
taking
the
a punt
ball.
return to the house there.
Oh, he's so close.
Dropped the ball.
Roselli in pursuit.
And Jed Hansen's going to lay this kid out.
And Lucas has to get off the field. But that was really, truly a great spin move by Roselli.
Jed's
almost
cornering this guy. He looks to just step into him. Missed him. And number 5 has some moves, but just dumps it off to 14, who's also a long pole. And the Cardinals are swarming here on the defense, looking to set up, though.
Now, it's interesting you said that, Jared, because Cardinals don't swarm. But in this case, they do.
Brody Bloss is staying with this kid all the way and riding him from the back. Looks across the cage, and it looks like they're going to settle it. Number 8 has held the ball for, in my opinion, the majority of the game for the Colonials.
He's pretty, I don't want to say
He looks
bad.
to run their offense, in my opinion.
Oh, and the bouncer shot no bueno. Oh, these coaches are not happy.
That is one area where Dylan Lejeski.
Whoa. We have a breaking news update. According to Woj, Joel Embiid of the Philadelphia 76ers is now listed as probable for tonight's Game 3 against the Miami Heat. That is absolutely breaking news, brought to you by the Rothman Institute.
This is looking very good for our Sixers because they are in a jam-packed 1-1 series with the Heat.
What are they doing? What happened? Okay.
Dylan Lejeski, he has a goal. He has a few goals in his career.
I was saying that before you got here. I mean, he's good.
Yes.
Let's go, Nicky.
Nick is might rip a shot. He does. Bounce shot. Stop with the goalie.
Right, that was a
great
cheap shot there. You saw that by number 2?
Yes.
Hit Nicky in the back of the head there? Yeah.
That was a very good shot, though. With the deep hole, it is very hard to control, and that was on net. And Anselm there takes a man down.
Look, I wouldn't expect anything less from Nick Sowers. Would you?
No, absolutely not. Yeah. He's very skilled as a lacrosse player and knows how to play defense. And stick appears to be broken on that check.
Really?
Must have been a powerful
Where's the
person.
stick? I don't see it.
Probably in the trash now. We might be able to get a souvenir after the game. Maybe he'll give it to us.
So what happens there? I know in hockey you have extra sticks available, but did he just borrow a stick?
Usually you have an extra stick. It is recommended by the coaches and sometimes even mandatory to have an extra stick.
For lacrosse or for hockey?
Both, but in this case, lacrosse, yes. Coach Showers is very...
What's that called? It's like a flying V. I don't know what that is.
Coach Showers wants his players to have extra sticks so they're prepared.
What was that called? The little making a bird with your hands called?
I have no clue, to be honest. That call just escaped my mind.
Yeah, me too.
But yes, I believe Anthony Sermonera did have an extra stick. But usually deep holes only have one.
Well, good thing he's not a deep hole.
Yeah, last year Nick Sowers broke his stick and I had to lend mine to him.
Did he break yours too?
No, he did not. Happily, because they're very expensive.
DiMartino playing great defense there on the ball. And,
18 does not. He does not switch his hands.
You don't want to go on Lawson Island. I don't know what you're doing, bud, but definitely not the place to go. I mean, I'm gonna call him out by name now, because it's just rightfully so. I mean,
Jed Hansen just running the. They're probably looking to run out the clock here.
Chris Ward needs to go to the ankle ward of the hospital because
Whoa.
Does he have a license to carry? That was fired into the net shooting range and a clinic put on by the Max Weinberg. He looks like he's talking to the PW players. I wonder if he's friendly with them. Maybe he's trying to just talk some smack.
I believe he's trying to talk some smack. It looks like their goalie does not look too happy.
Like him? Yeah.
And the goalie looks scared, to be honest. I don't think the goalie has attempted to save Max Weinberg's shot yet.
Yeah, no,
He looks kind of scared. I mean, if you were playing goalie in lacrosse, you've probably been playing for a while, and you should step in front of it. It is scary.
Yeah,
it is a scary shot.
Even if I was a goalie, I probably wouldn't have stepped in front of that, to be completely honest with you.
One of my first practices, I got hit in the ankle by one of those shots.
Really?
And I did not feel my foot for a long, long time.
See, the thing with taking faceoffs in lacrosse, I've noticed, is you don't actually look for the ball. You just assume you have it in your stick.
Well, that's the thing, is it's very hard to see, and it's a very tight area, but you try to get the clamp, and their sticks are a little bit tighter, so they can pick up the ball with the back of their stick, and
Really?
then you usually are able to feel if you have the ball because it's a little bit heavier than normal.
Yeah, that would make sense if you
And-
have something and you don't. Yeah.
But the ball does seem to fall out a lot, so you do have to make sure you have a handle, and your main objective is to get the possession. Oh, he just got it. And your main objective is definitely to get the possession, but coaches will normally want you to make the pass and not score, but Lucas Roselli seems to score a lot.
On
off
Lejeski,
face-offs.
what does he want to do? Ooh! I don't know what that kid's doing, but
Wow,
Brian
Brian
McCary
McCary's
making
just
him look like a
blazing
fool.
through. Oh, my.
No, good, okay. Go ahead.
He looks like he is just going through every defender on this team. He looks to break another ankle. Another team's ankle.
Yeah.
In general. the
Is Nicky
entire
talking
team.
smack to that kid, or are they like boys?
I don't know. It looks like.
Yeah,
they're
like
talk-
definitely small.
I
Yeah,
think-
definitely smack.
I don't know, because I do hear that they do talk a lot of trash, and but most of the time you do make friends with the other team sometimes, unless it's like a rivalry game, which
This
PW
is.
and Upper Dublin.
This just so happens to be a rivalry game.
Yes.
So,
So
if I had to guess, I think it's not the kindest of words. Nothing we really stand for in Upper Dublin, but you know what? If you're gonna gain a competitive edge, I think we make an exception for that.
and I think we're up 11-6. So I think he's probably just saying scoreboard, scoreboard, kind of like what we would chant in basketball for our girls.
Yeah, because the boys team didn't really get that. No, regardless, 5 minutes left. Upper Dublin with a 5-point advantage. Don't go anywhere. We have the final 5 minutes and 3 seconds for you here on UDTV. Five minutes and 3 seconds separate both of these teams from the warmth of the indoors. It is 11-6 the score, and I'm joined by the one, the only Jared Pollock here, Spark Field in Fort Washington, where Upper Dublin has a commanding lead, on PW. Jared, what have you seen so far?
My opinion is PW really just
Isn't
can't-
good. I
they-
mean, they're
I
just
do not think that they have the stick skills. Like I said earlier, they are not able to switch hands, which is not good when you're on offense. You want to be able to go both hands. I mean, you might not have the best shot with the other hand, but you should be able to at least cradle well. They do not seem to do that. Nick Sowers looks like he's still chirping.
I mean, why wouldn't you? I mean,
Our
you're destroying
offense
them.
will probably look to run out the clock here.
Is it possible to really run out 5 minutes on one?
No.
Okay.
There's a shot clock that
Really?
will go into effect. I don't know when it goes into effect. I think the other team might have to ask for it, or it might be a select time, and we just threw the ball
Yeah, they
away.
threw it
Coach
away.
Showers will not like that.
Yeah, Mike, what's to do with the shot clock in the cross? There's none? So you can hold it for like 5 minutes if you wanted to?
So if you step out, you're screwed. And they are trying to ride him out of bounds, and they got a timeout.
And he needs a timeout.
Anthony Terminator does not look happy. He just talked to the ref and asked him why there was no call there for out of bounds, and he gave the ref an all-time shrug.
Is it? I don't know. We're
Like-
going to stay with you here with 4:26 remaining in the ball game. Can you call a lacrosse game a ball game?
I think you can, because there is a ball. It's played
Yeah.
with the ball. It's not with like a puck, like hockey.
No, you can't say that's a ball game. What other things would you like contemplate saying? What if it's a roller
Golf.
hockey?
Golf.
What is a roller hockey game?
Roller hockey? No, you don't play roller hockey with a ball unless you're out on the street.
Let's say you're broadcasting a street hockey game. Like let's
Street
say it's
hockey game?
NSHL, the National Street Hockey League.
I would say no. I would say that's still just hockey. I would say cricket.
Nah, you can't say that's a ball game because they don't. When you're broadcasting cricket, you're usually not speaking English.
True. Bolo. Or
Polo?
No,
Like-
bolo. Like bolo. Isn't that ball in Spanish?
No. It's pelota.
Pelota
Yeah, you're not
from our cameraman
Dominic Perry.
So another game you might not consider a ball game would be tennis.
What about water polo? No, you could say that's a ball game.
Ball game definitely, because that's just a
Big-
ball.
Yeah.
Tennis might be a racket game.
No, but like at the end, you can say like that's the ball game.
That's the racket game.
Nah, that sounds stupid.
Yeah, I would agree, but I don't know. But this is definitely a ball game.
24-24.
A thing with lacrosse is it kind of resembles hockey, football, soccer.
It's really just like a beautiful blend of all of them.
Yeah, I think that's why most of these kids like it, and it's very enjoyable to play.
Yeah, I agree.
Wow.
Oh, he's just getting trashed.
Sam Poland with a great move there, and there's a lot
Oh,
of scrum.
whoa.
Brody Balasa comes in swinging.
Whoa.
And they're gonna
Okay,
definitely
buddy.
talk some trash in that. Oh, Nick Sauer's getting aggressive in there.
It is a delay game. I'd have to agree with that assessment. Nick Sauer's going to take it himself. Maybe.
Two guys looking to square him.
Lejeski looking to come out of the net, maybe.
Whoa.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, try to catch up to Lucas for. Yeah, you can't. You can't. You really can't.
Impossible.
Did you say it was possible?
Impossible.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you.
Sorry. Appears they're bringing Brody Balasa in for
The
Sam
enforcer.
Poland. Yes.
Romig. Oh, you gotta
Little
keep
known
your eyes.
fact here. Very little known fact, actually.
What about it?
Max Weinbrich, although he is going to college for football, earlier in his high school career, he was being looked at by very, very high Division I schools. Notre Dame, I believe, was looking at
For
him.
lacrosse?
For lacrosse.
Really?
Yes.
Did
He
he not consider them, or?
I believe that he enjoys football a lot more, but all in all, he's just an amazing athlete.
His brother Henry also, although he does play football in college, great wrestler. World phenomenal. His mom, Tracy, also great photographer for the football boosters. She actually sent me the what's Shutterfly account for the football team. So thank you to Tracy Weinbrich for that
Mrs.
password.
Mrs. Weinbrich.
Sorry. Well, her email is Tracy. So I just,
okay. I gotcha.
Yeah.
This goalie has made some
Oh!
saves.
Oh, wow. He just got put in the weight room there.
And this just looks like a shoving fest out here. It looks like this looks like it's going to get real chippy real quick here.
Yo, I think I'm no lacrosse expert, but I think if Upper Dublin wants to close this game out, they need to put in number 11, Ross Newman, the enforcer,
a member of this club,
the broadcasting club. He is the broadcasting club. He's not a part of it. He is.
See, Ross has been playing lacrosse all of his life. He's very good, very good lacrosse player. Fundamentally sound, you might say, and I think it's just a matter of time before he sees his varsity time increase.
Oh, Lejeski's off to the races. No way he's passing this.
Wow.
Yup. Oh, he's taking it all the way. Oh, this would be a great sight to see.
He's up the sideline, makes a move. He's gonna lose the
Rick.
ball, but
they save it.
Jed Hansen with a diving, and they're gonna rip it at the net. And Jake DiMartino was standing in net as a backup goalie. Wow.
Jake DiMartino, a man of many talents.
Dylan Lejeski showed off a lot of athleticism on that clear, though. I do have to say.
I agree with you. He's a pretty good player.
Of course.
Pretty talented kid. Is that Ross Newman we see? No.
No, it is not.
No,
but if you were that kid who shot that very long shot, would you have ran it a little bit closer to the net?
No, I'd be like, wow, I really suck. I couldn't get it in an open goal. Just kidding. It's not that I suck. It's just that, the shot wasn't my best.
Yeah. Number one, their PW's goalie has seemed to make some very fantastic saves.
But also he's let in 11 goals, so.
He's also looked a little bit scared at times, so he's very inconsistent of the way he plays.
Yeah, you definitely got to have a strong mindset.
I would say he's kind of like Brian Elliott of the Flyers.
Yeah, Griffin Kolka is his name. Oh, and guess what, Jared? Guess what?
What?
We are under a minute to play in this game, and Upper Dublin looks like they're going to take it, barring some improbable, miraculous effort at the end of the game. By the way, Dom, do I have to drive you home? Okay. 30 seconds remain in the game, and it looks like we're just going to be able to wrap it up. So we're going to wrap up the broadcast now as to not keep you for too much longer, because I know you guys are sitting in your living room right now watching this game, and you're like, wow, I'm getting cold just watching this game. So, great effort all around for both teams. 18 seconds left. Upper Dublin played a great game. PW played a subpar game, I'll say. And with this win, I believe Upper Dublin pretty much solidifies the American Conference title.
I would not call it yet, but yes, they do have a stronghold on number one. and they will all go get Dylan Lejeski here as they celebrate this win, still undefeated in their efforts this season. And we will look at the lacrosse rankings in this upcoming week because the Cardinals have shown that they're a team to be reckoned with.
Absolutely, and nobody really expected it as of this year, especially when you see a tow truck in the parking lot of Spark blocking my car in. But that's besides the point, especially when nobody really expected this. Upper Dublin, Michael Sauer is really the all-time player of the program, and he's not on this team anymore, so it's, who's really the X factor for this team?
It appears like something's about to go down.
I don't know what, but if I can't get out, that's going to be a real issue.
Yes.
The tow truck literally just parked at my car.
This is us signing off.
So, wait, let's get in front of the camera.
Oh, no, I don't like...
Yeah, you're going to get in front of the camera. On behalf of all of us at Upper Dublin Broadcasting, my name is Brian Rothstein. That's Jackson Rock.
Jared Pollock.
And Don Perry's behind the camera. And we will see you next time on Cardinal Lacrosse on UDTV, where Upper Dublin, they're probably going to move up in the rankings. Number 20 now in the nation, and they can only go up.
Undefeated, let's go.
See you next time.
Oh boy, there are so many classes to choose from. I don't know which one to pick.
Do you want to know the best class to join this year?
Of course. I think I will join UDTV.